Hey there, it's been quite a while since I've made a post, and like I told you, I generally just make these posts when I feel like I don't hear what I think I should be hearing out in social media. And I am actually completely stunned that nobody's talking about the fact that we are living through an embedded insurrection. When Trump invaded Venezuela and pretended to abduct Maduro, I personally think that was a negotiated deal. He basically was declaring himself dictator. And he wanted to see what we were doing. So it's not unexpected that a person is murdered in the streets yesterday. And then today, Park Rose Permaculture says that 2 people in Portland were shot. I guarantee you that Kristi Noem and the guy running ICE, I forget what he looks like, the criminal face, I bet you they told all their ICE agents, don't go easy. You start using force against these people. I guarantee you the instructions to ICE agents is to be violent because their insurrection is active now. Donald Trump has declared himself dictator. He's talking about taking over Greenland, Mexico, Canada. He has literally declared himself dictator. And the ICE agents is his personal private army who is out to terrorize every American in our country. And we need to demand that Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries start speaking out and demanding an end and reform to ICE. It is beyond comprehension that it was Representative Kelly who submitted articles of impeachment for Kristi Noem today and not Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries today is patting himself on the back. Oh, we got health care passed. F you, Hakeem Jeffries. They were going to pass it anyways. Did you think that the Republicans weren't going to give health care to their own constituents? If they had a chance in hell, they have to do that. They don't have an option because the Republicans have absolutely no health care plan. So no, Hakeem Jeffries, you didn't do jack today. In fact, you haven't done jack except help out the Republican Party every chance you get perpetrate its embedded insurrection. I'm stunned. I don't hear anybody talking about these words. Embedded insurrection. The insurrectionists who were not arrested because of the traitor Merrick Garland. Who were they inside of Congress? MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Mike Johnson, Jim Jordan, who else? Andy Biggs. All of these people are inside Congress already. They are working inside of our government to overthrow our government. The reason that the Congress has become the Duma is because that's intentional. We don't have a Congress. We have a Russian-style Duma where the oligarchs control everything and tell the elected officials what to do. If not, they're the direct oligarchs. And that's why we have all these millionaires in the Senate, because they all are out there making rules for themselves. In 2000, I know I have said this before, but I am going to keep ringing this bell. On July 4th, 2018, 6 Republicans, one of them was now the leader of the Senate, John Thune, went to Russia directly on July 4th, 2018, and met with Lavrov, Putin's second-hand man. It was considered a peace thing, where they went there to make friends with Russia. Well, they made more than friends. The Republican Party sold themselves out. They sealed the deal, and Lavrov told them how to undermine our Constitution legally, how they could do it legally, and they certainly have. They have done everything they can to dismantle our Constitution. We are living through an embedded insurrection, folks. I want people that listen to this to start using that phrase. We are living through an embedded insurrection. Grinder Mike Johnson is an insurrectionist. Jim Jordan is an insurrectionist. Josh Hawley is an insurrectionist. We know they were involved. Listen to Jack Smith's testimony that they dropped on December 31st. You think that's not nefarious? We've been demanding the Jack Smith hearing be public, and they drop it on January 31st at like 10 o'clock at night, knowing that they're hoping everybody's drunk, like they are. We are being betrayed openly. They are open traitors in this country. The Republicans aren't even hiding the fact that they're traitors, that they hate our government, that they are unconstitutionalists, that they hate our Constitution, that they want to go back to before the Civil War when only white men had power. That is exactly what they want. And they're not hiding it. We have got to put up more of a fight instead of just posting on social media. I, for one, am standing out in front of the Capitol building this weekend. It is beyond comprehension. We need mass strikes. We need responses. These people, the day that Donald Trump was elected, I had a small radio show called The Age of Fission where I interviewed people about the harm of nuclear contamination. But the day Trump was elected, I canceled my guest and I railed against the people on this radio station where my platform was, who were all right-wingers. They all loved Trump. And I said to them, you guys just elected Pinochet 2.0. Pinochet, for those of you who don't know history, was installed by the CIA, summarily murdered 5,000 people of his own people, journalists and activists. Those were the peoples he targeted. And immigrants. Murdered them and tortured 40,000 more. He was in power for 12 years. He was only taken out because the women had a general strike, refused to cook, refused to clean, protested every week. They refused to give in after several 100,000 people were missing. It is beyond comprehension that Americans are just so intellectually lazy. I don't know. Are you lazy or are you just afraid to admit that the insurrectionists have embedded themselves inside of our government? Why do you think Donald Trump pardoned them all? He wants a private army. It's not just serious. It's beyond serious. We are in crisis. Donald Trump is a national security threat. He is an open traitor, besides the fact that he's a child molester, which should make him completely out of office immediately. But it talks to the degradation of the morality of the Republican Party, because they do not care if Donald Trump molested a 13-year-old. It's beyond comprehension. Can you tell I'm like nonplussed here? I can barely talk. We're going to see a lot more shootings by ICE of American citizens. It's going to happen because Donald Trump is not going to give in. He knows the Epstein Files. There's pressure. We want to know. We need the Epstein Files to be exposed. And Donald Trump needs to be impeached, imprisoned. He is a threat to our country. And anybody protecting him is a criminal. And the entire government of Putin, which means the GOP, they're betraying their oath of office. They're betraying everything that America stands for. I don't know how anybody could support those monsters. So I am encouraging people to take action, but also to keep your spirits up. Find things that make you happy. Refuse to get unhappy. Absolutely refuse that, because our oppressors want us miserable and afraid. I'm not afraid of them. And thank God I live in Oregon, where at least in the city of Salem, we are not going to support those ICE thugs, new Gestapo. Because that's who ICE is. ICE is the American Gestapo right now. We need immigration reform, and it starts with getting rid and arresting Kristi Noem and arresting all the thugs who have been harming the people that have come here to help build our country. So put your courage feet on, you guys, and please take action. Use the word embedded insurrection whenever you talk about these monsters.